We're Dre and Wiley from Suits to Sandals. We spent the last 74 days through biking the East Coast Greenway from Maine to Florida with the real star of the show, our Siberian Husky Misha in tow. Follow along as we navigate our first through biking tour over 2,893 miles down the east coast of the United States. We are spending the day in Philly, so we decided to bring Misha to the dog park. There's a good amount of doggies here. A lot going on. I don't even know where she is. Oh, she's right there. Misha! Hi! Hi, Misha! We're your parents.
Misha! Misha! Misha!
Misha!
Yes.
So we are in Philadelphia. We ended up taking a 0 today, and that is because everything south of us on the trail is flooding. Even though it's not raining here, some pressure system is causing flooding everywhere we're supposed to be in the next week.
Coastal flooding from here to Baltimore and D.C. area.
We were hoping if we stay here for a day that maybe it'll give it time for the flooding to go down. So we just grabbed a bagel this morning, took Misha to the dog park, and we're gonna relax our legs today, and then we'll be back on trail tomorrow.
It's Sunday. We're leaving Philly, heading for Elkton, Maryland. Staying at a place called the Sutton Inn. It's a small little motel, hotel on the way. Should be in Baltimore tomorrow night. Curious what the route will look like today with all the flooding that's been happening the last couple of days. Apparently Baltimore and Annapolis are getting feet of tidal surge above normal, so we'll see. Lots of sticks to dodge today. Looks like a couple trees tipped over. Aftermath of these last couple storms. It was like 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts. Lots of rain, flooding. Hopefully it doesn't impact where we're going. I have a feeling it will. Must be a car show this morning. We are in Delaware, 27 miles into a 50 to 60 mile day. Not making the best time in the world. It's gonna be a tight one as far as beating the dark. I feel like we play this game a lot.
Decided to stop to put our rain jackets on. First time in, I don't know what day we're on, 27, 28, 29, whatever. I'd say that's not bad. One day and almost a month of having to put a rain jacket on, so onwards. Twin.
Heading toward Newcastle. 20 more miles. Going under 95. All right, first floods of the day. We are not going to go through this. It's a little deeper up there. So we're gonna turn around and take a route that puts us a lot more inland than this. Because if it's happening here, it's probably happening further up too, and we have too many miles left in the day. So turn around we will.
Due to flooded roads, we had to rely on Google Maps to get us to our final destination for the day. A less than desirable route with heavy traffic and roads with less than ideal shoulders, but we pedaled on and made it to Maryland. Good morning. It is day 29 on our journey. We are almost a month in, and last night we stayed at the Sutton Inn Hotel. It was right off of 40. We are in Elkstown, a cute little place, mom and pop owned. And today the plan is to get to Bel Air. We actually have a warm showers person that we can stay with tonight. And we have to get over the Susquehanna River. We're not sure how we're gonna do it. We do have a contact that could potentially drive us over. Apparently, you're only supposed to cross the river on bicycle during the weekends, and today is Monday, so we missed it by one day. So we're gonna call the bridge authority, see if they'll let us ride across. Everyone's saying it's not the safest because there's no bike lane or shoulder. So we're gonna play it by ear and see how it goes. Worst case, we have Chris, who's gonna bring his truck and take us over the bridge. So we'll see how that goes. We are 29 days into our adventure, and we just got our first flat on the trailer. We are currently on Route 7 outside of Elkton in Maryland. Luckily, when a trailer gets a flat, they're quick release tires, so it makes it way easier to change them out. But I'd say 29 days in and first flat is pretty good for 1,000+ miles. Ten minutes later, and we are back in action. I think we're gonna have to get some new trailer tires soon. Thank you, baby.
Haven't had to do that in a while. We left Elkton, Maryland this morning, and less than 10 miles in, got our first flat tire out of any of us. Looks like it was glass. Actually pierced the tire and the tube. Ray found a little piece of it when she was inspecting it while I was doing the tire change. Now we're on our way, and tomorrow we'll be in Baltimore. Dre said she's gonna pull my sheet all day today. Maybe not. Dre loves the hills. I don't know if you guys know, but it's her favorite, absolute favorite part of the day. So I'll turn the camera off before the swear words start coming. What do you think, Maisha? I think you're looking the wrong way. Look the other way. There you go. Look at all that water. York. This time I'm gonna take Baltimore. Cannot take 95. But we cross it a whole bunch of times. We left Elkton, Maryland yesterday, and we're heading for Delaware, Maryland for a warm shower. Steve and France, awesome hosts. They spoiled the crap out of us at their house. We had an interesting day yesterday because we needed to get over the Susquehanna River, and the bridge that we were supposed to take does not allow bikes to ride across on weekdays, only weekends. So we needed to take a bus or a train, which, because we have a dog, we're out. So we needed a trail angel, which ended up being somebody associated with the East Coast Greenways, reaching out to someone who was willing to throw all our junk in the back of their truck, drive us across the bridge, which was perfect. The guy's name was Chris, and he was extremely helpful. So, making our way to Baltimore. Dre's super excited because it's not hilly at all where we're currently riding. Not at all. And it's supposed to rain for the next few hours, so this is going to be our first really wet day, because the other day it rained, but nothing to complain about. We put the jackets on, but it wasn't a big deal. So it's a little noisy, it's a little busy, it's a little no shoulder right now, so we need to get off this road. Sunflowers. They need some sun. Finally on the rail trail, heading towards Cockeysville and ultimately Baltimore. As you can see, it's a lovely, wet, rainy day. And of course, the day it rains on us is one of the colder days of our trip so far. It's only like 45 out right now.
It's cold and rainy today.
So yeah, we're gonna be a little grumpy, a little cold, a little whiny, but gotta trudge on. So Baltimore, here we come. We stopped at Baltimore Coffee, grab a hot beverage and a little snack because we are wet and freezing. Bikes are wet, we're wet, Maishi's wet. Not a great day for any of us, but we're getting there. We've got 30 miles in by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so we expect to be in Baltimore by like 4:30. So other than the rain, can't complain. What can we do?
So we left Forest Hill this morning, little sprinkle. We're like, no problem. It's gonna rain between 11 and 1, not an issue. Let's put our rain jackets on. It's been raining nonstop, so we are 35 miles into our trip today. We need to go 50 to get into Baltimore to get to the place that we're staying tonight. And today is just one of those freaking days where you're like, why am I doing this? Why this is supposed to be fun? Because it's freezing. It's like 45 degrees. It's been raining nonstop. My feet have been soaking wet for 4 hours and my hands are frozen. And we just got into like Towson area. So we're, I don't know, 15 miles outside of Baltimore with all the zigzagging we're gonna be doing. Awesome day today.
It's all part of the adventure. I think we jinxed it by not having it flat for the first 1,000 miles, because now I've had 2 in 2 days.
And this puppy is being such a good sport. She's laying on the wet ground. Her poor trailer is covered in mud. Her little mat that she lays on is soaking wet. She's always a good sport though, so that's good. But alright, we're gonna have to get all this stuff dried once we get to the hotel tonight, because it's supposed to be really cold tomorrow night too.
So, still raining, still cold, still wet. got a flat tire on my bike, front tire. So I took the flat tube out, put a brand new tube in, pumped it up to about 50 PSI. I was trying to get to 60. And when I got to 50 something, the valve stem broke right off. So, piece of garbage. So I had to take that out, grab another tube. Thank goodness I had it, and put that one in, and that's what I'm rolling on right now. So, if I get another flat tire before Baltimore, we got a problem. Dre is super happy. She's super excited. She's not swearing. She's not upset. She loves this shit. She's freezing, so time to go. Jones Falls Trail. Outside, 10 miles outside of Baltimore. We just got really lucky. Because of my flat tire situation, we just happened to pass an open bike shop, so I grabbed 2 more spare tubes in case things get crazy. It's always good to have backups. And at that exact intersection, Dre's front brake lever somehow managed to come loose and was locking itself up. And one of the nice mechanics at Joe's was able to tighten it down for us so we can continue. And the guys were so cool. They liked what we were doing. They threw in a couple, 2 pair of performance socks for us because they knew we're soaked from head to toe and probably would like some dry socks. So kudos to those guys. We'll be giving them a shout out on the interwebs for sure.
So yesterday was definitely one of our hardest mental days we've had so far. It was just a lot of things that happened yesterday, and it was a 50-mile day, so that's a long day for us. So it was interesting to say the least. But today we're leaving Baltimore and heading to Annapolis. We have a warm shower stay tonight, and it's only 30 miles, so it should be a nice stroll, nothing too crazy. At least today it's pretty chill. I think we have at least 50% of it Greenway, maybe a little bit more. So we get to relax after yesterday's crazy day and tomorrow's really long day. I don't know how it happens, but there always seems to be a Dunkin' Donuts along the trip, and we've had a few donuts along the way.
Not sponsored, but definitely fueled by Dunkin' Donuts very often.
Too often then that we want to admit.
Happy to see the sun shining. Happy that it's not raining. Oh, we're going over a big skinny. Was this part of the trail? So this one thought we were mountain biking today, apparently. Decided she was gonna go up the, I'm calling it a skinny. It's not a skinny, but it's a ramp here. Now she's getting frustrated and I gotta go save her. Baltimore, good morning. Thank God it's sunny. Nice bluebird day. A little chilly. Cannot complain. Yeah, less than 5 miles into our ride yesterday, it started raining. She's gonna tip it. She's tipping it, tipping it. Maishi. Way, way better than yesterday. We were not stopping for anything unless we had to, and made a beeline for the hotel, and we're happy to get there because we needed a hot shower more than any day this trip so far. We got through it. Hopefully we don't have to do 2 more of those this trip because that's just not fun. That's a sufferfest day for sure. There's Baltimore. This is nice. We should have a good amount of rail trail today. I think almost all the way down to Annapolis. Can't complain about that.
Horses live right next to the Greenway. Not a bad spot. So we are way ahead of schedule today. Today has been a very easy day because we've had Greenway the whole way. So Maisha's gotten out several times today and gotten her legs stretched out and getting a little bit of a workout in, and she really enjoys being next to the cart. She does such a good job. For no prior training, we're always impressed how well she does. She's really getting into the routine of the trip and knows what to do when, and she's just kind of been exceptional the whole entire time. She gets a little whiny on long days where it's all road and she can't get out and we're just trying to make miles, but we try not to have those long of days so that she doesn't, get all cooped up in the trailer all day. But definitely doable with a dog. She loves it. The bridge into Annapolis.
Across the bridge into Annapolis. You can see the fences for the Naval Academy, and you see lots of cadets, if that's what they call themselves, running, jogging, biking. They're kind of everywhere. Healthy little crew, and they probably should be. She's rolling on some new tires. She's got some new shoes. Rolling on the Greenway. Life is good. Good morning. Dre is towing Maisha out of Annapolis, heading to D.C. today. Got a pretty big day. I feel like I keep saying that in every video, but it seems like it keeps shaking out that way. Got on the road nice and early today, grabbed a bagel, and hit the road, and we plan on being on it probably most of the day. Weather's good, it's a little chilly. I don't even think it's gonna hit 50 degrees until 3 o'clock. No big plans for sightseeing or stopping along the way. We're just gonna crank it into DC. We got a hotel lined up. Looks pretty dog friendly. Maisha's excited, and we'll see what happens. The Northeast Branch Trail, heading toward Washington D.C.
We're about 25 to 27 miles into a ride today. Not sure because after we stopped to get some bagels for breakfast, I forgot to restart my timer.
The sun is out. It is brisk. Our high is 51 today. It's been a combination today of Greenway and roads. So far, nothing too busy, which is good. I know we have a bit of Greenway when we get into Washington, so that's nice. And it's gonna be one of our longest days. We were trying to do a little bit of a shortcut because sometimes the Greenway has you go jutting all the way out, and 60 miles for us is a lot, but the bridge was actually washed out, so we couldn't, so we had to follow the Greenway. Getting there. We're almost 40 miles into the day. Probably a little bit more. Good day so far?
rail trail just out of Washington, D.C. Probably 3 miles from the National Mall. See that? Straight ahead? Yep.
We have 4 miles to the hotel, so we stopped at a dog park that's right along the Greenway, and Maisha's gonna play for a little bit.